Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It is Monday. It is Monday, May 29th, 2023. So we want to greet you this morning on behalf of Purposed Journey Counseling Reloaded. We're still reloaded for 2023. It is still Mental Health Awareness Month. And we also want to say happy Memorial Day to you. It is Memorial Day Monday. I know a lot of you are probably off today. I know I am as well. However, we're still here this morning because it's Monday and we have something very important that we do on Mondays in May. So we are here this morning. And it is live. We are live. It is 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But whether you're catching us at 7 a.m. or you catch this later in the day, later in the week, later in the month, or even later in the year, we want to say welcome. And thank you so much for joining us. My name is Dr. Natatu North, and I am the owner and therapist of Purpose Journey Counseling LLC, which is located in Cincinnati, Ohio. So again, like I said, it is 7 a.m. and we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And the YouTube link for this broadcast is posted on Instagram. So we always just ask that you take just a few moments. Please like this broadcast. You can tag someone in this broadcast. Please follow us on your preferred social media platform. We do ask that you do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Even if you don't typically watch us on YouTube, it's okay. But if you could subscribe, we would greatly appreciate it. And please share this broadcast. Again, you could tag someone in the comment section, and we can also interact and engage in the comment section as well. So before we get into what we're discussing this morning, I always like to share these two numbers. Just make sure you have them stored away in your phones. The first is for the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. That number is 1-800-273-8255. This number is 24/7. So make sure you have this information available, either be it for you or for yourself. Make sure you have this information available. And then there's also the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. That number is 988. This number is 24/7 as well. And you can text this phone number. So please, please, please make sure you have both numbers stored. Again, like I said, it could be for you. It could be for someone else. It's good to have this information available. So again, we just want to thank you for coming on with us, whether you're up early like me on this holiday, or maybe you're not. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're going to catch this later, and that's totally fine. But it is Monday, and on Mondays we have our mental health moments. And this is actually the last Monday in May. There were actually 5 Mondays in May. So we are grateful to kind of bring the mental health moment to a close in name, but we're definitely going to continue discussing mental health and making sure that we're addressing the issues that need to be brought, or bringing awareness to things that need to be brought to the forefronts of our mind, and making sure that we're doing our due diligence to address mental health. So for our mental health moment today, I just want to say, like I said, I've been wearing different shirts every week. I know last week we had to come on Friday instead of Monday, but every week we've been doing different themes, all in the spirit of Mental Health Awareness Month and just mental health awareness in general. But today, if you see my shirt, this is a beautiful shirt. I didn't make it, but it's a beautiful shirt. And it just says Black Therapists Are, and it has all kinds of words: trust, hope, reliable, empathy, mental health healer. I really like that. So I just wanted to kind of go into this today, just because we did talk a couple of weeks ago about Black mental health, specifically because there's a stigma. There has been a stigma on mental illness since forever. And particularly in the Black community or African American community, there's still a lot of stigma there. And a lot of times, a lot of African Americans or Black people will be saying, why I can't go to therapy because no therapist looks like me. I can't find somebody who shares my culture, who shares some of my experiences, who I feel like I can really relate to because we have some things in common. And I just want to share that, Black therapists are all these great things, yes, but there are therapists who look like you. And that's really for anybody. That's for anybody. But just touching to this, overarching theme, particularly in the Black community. I've had people sometimes who reach out and say, I'm looking for a Black female therapist. And that's specifically why they sought me out. And I know people, sometimes that's what we're looking for. Like sometimes we don't know what to look for, and that's okay. But sometimes a start is just saying, well, I think I want somebody who looks like me. I think I want someone who culturally, may share some experiences with me. So there are therapists who look like you. There are therapists who share your experiences. There are therapists out here who, you know, you can relate to. We do exist. And I wanted to put the plug out here. This is an awesome resource if you are in the Cincinnati area, or even in the surrounding counties. This just came out last week. The Greater Cincinnati Black Indigenous People of Color Mental and Behavioral Health Provider Directory. I know that's a long name. 2023. I can share this information. There is a directory actually. Now, of course, you won't see everyone in here because it's whoever actually is who information they've chosen to share their information in this. But I know I did. I know some other professionals that I know that are in there, and this is an awesome tool, an awesome resource. Like I said, I'll make sure I include this in the comment section so that it can be available. But this is an awesome resource, an awesome resource if you're looking for a therapist, a person of color, could be Black or even person of color, that's all inclusive. So this is an awesome resource, particularly in the Cincinnati region, Cincinnati area. So we definitely want to put that out there because we do exist. And I've loved lately how I've seen so many different opportunities for networking within our community and us being able to support one another and share resources with one another and be a resource for each other. Like that's an amazing thing. And it really makes me really, really excited actually, because, in our community, sometimes like we're fighting, we're trying to compete with each other, but to have a resource, I appreciate the fact that I can say, hey, no, I don't specialize in that, but I know someone who does, particularly if someone's saying, well, I was looking for a Black female therapist who could do this. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can't do that, but I know someone who can. And yes, they're a Black female therapist, or I'm looking for a Black male or something like that, which is actually sometimes a lot of times a lot harder to find, but there are Black male therapists as well. They do exist. So again, I'll share this link for this directory, but check this out. If you're in the Cincinnati area, check this out. But the biggest thing is, as we come to, the culmination of this month, it's just, we want to make sure we're taking the necessary steps to care for our mental health, whatever that is, whether it's seeking therapy, whether it's taking a pause on some things, maybe it's cutting back on some things. I was having a conversation yesterday with someone that I really care about and love, and was just, saying like, a lot of times we're just going. We don't take a pause. We don't take a breather. We don't stop to do anything fun, to live life, to enjoy life. Life is more than just working or school or all of these different responsibilities that we have. Life is bigger than that. Living is including a lot more than just those things. Yes, there's things we have to do, but there's things that we want to do. And there's sometimes we just don't want to do anything. That's taking care of our mental health as well. I've said this before. It doesn't make you lazy. Doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It just means that you're not going to be on autopilot all the time. We don't want to be on autopilot all the time. And as we're taking care of our mental health, it's understanding that mental health is a journey. Taking care of it is a journey. Typo, I always like to fix those. It's a journey. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes patience. It takes a village. It takes a support system. There's a lot of things that, go into this process. We talk about therapy is not necessarily just easy doing, you just get it done. It's quick, fast. Sometimes therapy could take years. Some people go to therapy, saying, oh, I know I need to deal with this. And then as they deal with that, they start realizing, oh, now I need to deal with this. And in different seasons of your life reveal different things in your life that you need to work on and work through and process through. So finding that person that you trust, finding, that support system and having that village support to do the things you need to do is very imperative. But it is a journey. And we said this before, you don't have to take this journey by yourself. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. There are people who care. And there are people who are not just doing it for a paycheck. I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. You can't even be a good therapist. If you don't care about people, you can't be a good therapist. Because the bottom line is that we're people. We're people first. No matter, forget a title. We're people. And if I am going to sit with you and try to join with you and connect with you to make sure that you're able to go on your healing process. We have to first start off by saying, I'm a person, I'm flawed, I got issues, you're a person, you're flawed, you have issues. Now let's walk this thing together so that I can be, a very important role. I'm not your fixer. I'm not your healer. God is a healer. I'm not your healer, but if God allows me to be put in those situations to help someone, it's definitely a blessing. And I know some dope Black therapists too. I just want to say that. Very, very super dope. We've had some on the show that were all women. But we just want to make sure that we are addressing the things that we need to address. We need to be better as a people, stronger as a people, healed, whole people. And taking care of our mental health is a vital aspect of that, being able to do that. So we don't want to let mental health awareness stop at the end of this month. It needs to be a daily initiative. May is set aside to specifically highlight mental health awareness, but mental health awareness needs to start January 1st and go to December 31st and then start again. And it needs to be a constant effort, a constant process. We really do need each other. We really are in this together. I say it all the time, but we definitely need to make sure that we're doing what we need to do to address the things we need to address. Like I said, then we can be healed, we can be whole people, and we're going to be able to make a lot more change and do the things that we need to do in this world when we're actually taking care of the things we need to take care of. It's really, really difficult to be helping and pouring into others when we are empty or we don't have what we need. We're running on E, but we're trying to fill everybody else up. We got to make sure we're doing what we need to do. So I just want to encourage you today to find your person. And by your person, I mean your therapist. Find your person. If you listen to these messages all the time, you're like, man, I don't know if I should go to therapy. Man, I don't know. Go ahead, go to therapy. Find your person. Find your person that you trust, that you can grow to trust. It's going to be a process. Find that person that will walk this journey with you. Find that person that's going to be patient with you, that's going to treat you like a person, that's going to be able to be, again, a vital asset and aspect of your journey. Not the person who's going to fix all your problems, but the person you're willing to walk with. Yes, yes, yes. So we have come to this moment, and it is the end. It is the end, but it's not the end. But we do thank you for tuning in this month for our mental health moments. If you've missed any, please go back. We've talked about a lot of things, from breaking the stigma to making sure that we understand it's okay to not be okay. Talking about Black mental health, talking about how you matter, and now talking about Black therapists. And what we are, how we do exist. So we want to make sure that, just go back and watch them, share them with people. You may know some people who struggle with mental health or struggle with mental illness. They don't understand. They don't know what to do. They feel alone. They kind of feel ostracized or closed off from the world. Let's make sure that we're sharing these resources and these tools so people know, hey, this is something that we can do together, but we got to do it together. So our tag for Purpose Journey Counseling, every time we're together, I want to encourage you to be loving, to be kind, be compassionate, and be intentional towards others as well as towards yourselves. So our next episode of Hashtag from a Christian, Hashtag from a Therapist, our monthly podcast with Dr. Natatu, episode 13 will be on Sunday, June 11th. Like I said, we're deviating from the first Sunday because next Sunday's my anniversary, so we won't be here. But we'll do the second Sunday in June, Lord willing. So that will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please plan to join us. The flyer will go out very shortly of what the topic is going to be for June. And I'm very, 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 very excited about what's in store for us for our podcast for June. So we want to just ask that you please pay attention to our social media platforms for our summer schedule. We have been deviating to meet the needs of people and, also to make sure that we're doing our due diligence at pacing ourselves as well. So please pay attention to our social media platforms for our summer schedule. It will be released here, so you'll be aware of what the schedule is going to look like starting in the month of June. So again, we do thank you so much for joining us. We thank you for being on this journey with us. We thank God for your lives. And we just pray that you are blessed today. If you're off, be safe, enjoy your holiday. Have a marvelous, magnificent Memorial Day Monday. And blessings and love.